Okay. I'm Neill Williams. I'm a productivity coach and I really help online entrepreneurs, although I also help a lot of professional people with time management and productivity. And really, my mission is to help people be more efficient in their time so that they have a better, true balance between work and life.
I love that. Thank you. Count me in. You know I'm on board with that.
Yes.
Okay, so today, you've got many people have multiple one-liners in their business. So today we're really focusing on which audience.
We are going to focus on the online entrepreneur, like
Okay.
the busy, overwhelmed, struggling, wearing multiple hats online entrepreneur.
Okay. You beat me to the punch.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to say, what are they really struggling with? So they're the online entrepreneur struggling with overwhelm, too busy. What else?
They have like so many things on their to-do list and they might have time constraints, whether they have children or they have maybe their business is a side hustle, maybe they have health condition like I do. And they just don't know how to get all the things done in the time that they have.
Okay. Okay. Family health. Okay. So before we go any further, um, for the people who are listening, I want to make sure that we just do a quick refresh on what is a story. And what we're doing here is creating your one-liner that you can use when people say, "What do you do?" or "What's this about?" But it's also something you can copy and paste to use in your social media profiles, in your email signature, in your LinkedIn profile. It could be on business cards if anyone does that anymore. So it can be really the thing that you just copy and paste and go to. It's truly the shortest story you'll ever tell about the work that you do.
I love that.
But it can really work like an accordion. So we're doing the bite-sized version. And then now you have the foundation that you can expand. If you're going to do a blog post or if you are going to write a social media post, you can expand these components to take up more space and to kind of dive deeper into the work that you're doing.
I love that.
Our goal is to be able to create your one-liner that people can really digest and understand in a matter of just a few seconds.
Yeah.
Or, well, like 10, 15, 20 seconds. Okay. So we're working with the online entrepreneur. They're busy, they're overwhelmed, they have a huge laundry list of to-dos,
Yeah.
and they have time constraints, whether that be for family, children, health related. Is there anything else? The problem, really articulating the problem. I think you're clear on that, but I just want to ask, is there anything else that we've missed?
I think they're also lacking efficiency just in their business
Okay.
in terms of, and I'm not sure if that's a slightly different, probably it might be part of the reason why their to-do list, it seems outsized compared to the time they have available to devote to that list. But I
Okay.
do think a lack of efficiency is definitely part of the problem.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Now what we want to do, this is the part of the one-liner where, okay, every story begins with a hero that has a problem. That's just what we tackle. And then that hero meets a guide that has a solution. That's the second part of the story. And that's what we're going to tackle now. So, how do you solve this problem? And you can just share with me and I'll kind of pull out the.
Okay. I don't have to have it well articulated.
Not at all. Not
Okay.
at all. I'm not.
So I really help them. I mean, at the end of the day, my goal is to help them be able to achieve 40 hours of work in about a 10-hour work week. So there's a lot of things that they can do. Really, what they want to do is achieve more in less time.
So, you help them achieve more in less time. I love both of those. And we're going to play with it to figure out which one will fit best.
Okay.
They're both so clear. And what I love about them is they're not long and wordy. Like I'm able to understand them. Like if you mentioned this at a coffee shop to me, I would get it. I wouldn't necessarily, I might want to ask more questions because now I'm pulled in and intrigued, but I'm not asking questions because I'm confused. There's a big difference. And oftentimes as entrepreneurs, we'll explain what we do. And then you can kind of see like, there's like their eyes glaze over and you're like, I've lost them. I've totally lost them. They're not tracking.
Yeah.
And so we want to keep this part really simple because your audience cares more about what you're going to help them solve. They care less about how you're going to do it. They just need to know that you know how to do it.
Yeah.
We've just tackled that in those two statements that you shared with me. Okay. Now, the third part of the story is the benefit that your clients or your audience or your people, your students, are going to experience after they've read the book, gone through your course, whatever, however you deliver the solution. What's their life going to look like after? What kind of benefits are they going to experience?
Okay, so this one feels a little more challenging to answer, but I think it's they're going to feel in control of their time.
Okay.
They're going to be able to look at their week on Monday morning and know what they'll get done before the end of the week and feel really confident in creating a schedule that they're actually going to be able to follow and achieve. I think they're going to feel more confident and not that constant overwhelmed, like I just have too much to do. I'll never get all this done. I think that they're going to instead, they're going to be thinking differently. Their conversation with themselves is going to be different. They're going to say things like many of my clients say, I got so much done today. I so good with my time versus at the beginning before this, they're saying things like, I have too much to do. I don't use my time well. I'm not good at scheduling. I'm not good at following through. So I think the conversation in their mind with themselves is very different.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really monumental, really. Like,
Yeah.
yes, productivity related, but it's so much deeper than that around self trust, right?
Yes.
Really
Yes.
knowing that you can trust yourself to do what you promised and intended to do.
It's one of those things that is like a strategic byproduct of this. I think a lot of people don't see at the beginning that that's what they're going to get. But yeah, the level of self-trust, like I just know, like if I have this on my list for this week, I know that I'm going to get it done.
Right.
I just trust. Maybe I don't know exactly how yet, but I know I'm going to get it done.
Yeah. And you're not going to be burning the midnight oil, right? And staying
No.
till 1 a.m. doing it.
Right.
Um,
Yes, that's such an important point. I'm not overworking to get it done.
right.
Working within my boundaries of work, which is
Right.
very small at this point.
Mine too. Yes. Okay. Wow. We got some meat here. I'm very, very excited. So we basically, in like a matter of minutes, we have nailed an entire story. We've got a hero. We've identified who that is. We have articulated their problem. And doing that helps them feel seen, helps them feel heard, like they're not alone in their struggle. When you articulate their problem well, they automatically think you're the best one to solve it. And then, so we've got our hero as a problem, and then we introduce you as a guide with this solution. And then, as the guide, our sole purpose is to help them win the day, to help them succeed. And so, part of doing that is showing them what's possible for them.
Mm.
So, now what we get to do is really take these different buckets and merge them together into a really beautiful, cohesive, powerful one-liner.
I'm so glad you're doing that. 'Cause I'm like, I don't
It's really funny. It's like the shorter the thing, the harder it is sometimes.
that's so true. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna get these all together here. And uh you've got that. I mean, you could have easily a few really powerful one-liners and then decide uh, what you want. But yeah, that's up to you. We'll probably end up with a couple really good ones. Okay. So um we want to start with just something simple like many online entrepreneurs uh, feel overwhelmed because there's so much to do in too little time.
Yep.
They're going to really relate to that, right? It's just like,
Yep.
yeah, uh,
It's the thing I hear in literally every single day.
yes, and you're the expert in this, so you know there are other things going on.
Yes.
Or what we're doing here is really meeting them where they are, and so I love that you hear these words coming out of their mouth.
Literally the exact word. Yeah. So that's good. You pulled those out.
Listen, I don't personally know what this is like, but I've heard of this happening.
Yeah, me either. I've had no experience with this whatsoever. But
Okay, so Um, oh gosh. I mean, it's just so meaty. Okay, I'm gonna try the achieve more in less time. Although I think the 40 hours of work and 10 hours a week is actually more compelling
Mm.
because it's so specific.
Tangible. Yeah.
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 So I'm gonna start there because that one's
Okay.
good. Okay, here we go. Um, I help them um get 40. The other thing about these, and you probably already know this, but I want to share it because like casual and conversational always wins. People really want to feel like they're talking to a human and that you're not like rehearsing something. Even though I highly recommend you do rehearse and memorize it, we want it to feel like your voice. We want it to feel casual and conversational. So,
Not like a robot wrote it or something like.
right, right,
Yeah.
or too formal.
Yeah.
We're done. I help them get 40 hours of work done. Um, work done in a 10-hour work week.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Love it. And then now what we want to do, we want to paint a picture of a brighter future for them. So really this is like, so they can what? So they can, what are the things, I'll repeat the things that you shared with me and you can kind of highlight the ones that bubble up to the top for you.
Okay.
Um, be in control of their time, know exactly what you'll get done, be confident you can create a schedule you can follow, not be overwhelmed. You can think differently about your time. You can say things like, I got so much done and I'm so good with my time.
I think the one that's like the umbrella where all the other ones kind of like fall under, as
Mhm.
in you reflect that back, is being in control of time.
Okay, great. Okay. Um, okay. Take back their time. Um, and what is the byproduct of like they can take back control of their time, they can accomplish more.
Yeah.
And how about outside of that? Like, are they going to be able to and enjoy more time doing the things they love or spend
Yeah. It's
or
something like more
yeah.
time freedom. And it's almost like not just time freedom, but one of the biggest emotions that I coach on besides overwhelm is guilt. So
Mm,
it's like guilt-free time freedom.
ah, okay. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, we've morphed them all together. And then what we're going to do is simplify. So I'm going to read
Okay.
the whole thing and then we're going to go back through and edit and just remove anything that feels unnecessary or
Okay.
wordy. So at this point, we've got um, many online entrepreneurs feel overwhelmed because there's so much to do in too little time. I help them get 40 hours of work done in a 10-hour work week so they can take back control of their time, accomplish more, and enjoy time freedom.
Yep.
And I might say, I like the guilt part, but we're kind of in a flow with like the benefit with the guilt-free time freedom is uh, dense in that someone's really going to have to be concentrating to understand what all those mean together.
Okay.
So if you wanted to add the guilt part in there, I would say and enjoy time freedom without the guilt.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. Many online entrepreneurs feel overwhelmed because there's so much to do in too little time. That's perfect. Nailed it.
Totally.
Can't be any simpler. Okay. I help them get 40 hours of work done in a 10-hour work week. Perfect. Now, this final one, let's see if we can trim it down, or we don't necessarily have to. Um, so they can take back control of their time, um, or take back control of their schedule.
Yes. Yes. And they often do feel like their schedule runs them or their business runs them. They don't feel like they're in control.
Yes. Okay. I like take back control of their schedule feels a bit more tangible to me.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay. Okay. Um, so they can take back control of their schedule, accomplish more, and enjoy time freedom without the guilt. How does that feel for you? And I'll email this to you.
Okay. I'm taking notes. That's all right. Good job. Okay.
You don't need to take notes. I'm going to share. I'll share this document with you, so you'll have it.
Okay, cool. Okay.
We'll have everything on here. I think the
It was a little wordy, maybe.
it does feel a little wordy. I think the part about take back control of their schedule, I would just say it's so they can take control of their schedule. And we're really I think that the part about I help them get 40 hours of work done in a 10-hour work week, that already covers the accomplish more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. It's redundant.
Yep. And so now we can say, now I think we're there or almost there. So they can take control of their schedule and enjoy time freedom without the guilt.
That feels
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put it in the chat. And
Okay.
I want to hear you say it out loud.
Okay.
Okay. And just see how it feels. Like part of this is tweaking it and refining it so it feels natural coming out of your mouth. It probably won't right now.
Okay, good.
But yeah, but just see how try it on. It's like try on a pair of jeans. Try it on and see how it fits. And okay, so I'm going to say, oh, hey, Neill, tell me, like, who do you work with? What do you do?
Okay. So I just read the whole thing to you.
Let's read the whole thing.
Okay. Okay. Many online entrepreneurs feel overwhelmed because there's so much to do in too little time. I help them get 40 hours of work done in a 10-hour work week so they can take control of their schedule and enjoy time freedom without the guilt.
Done.
Feels pretty good, actually.
It's really good. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get into some theater performance.
So now,
Okay. So you're going to ask me what I do.
okay.
Now I'll pretend you call me Neill. I'm going to pretend I'm you.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is fun.
Role play.
Hi, Neill. What do you do?
You know, many online entrepreneurs feel overwhelmed because there's so much to do in just too little time. I actually help them get 40 hours of work done in a 10-hour work week so they can take control of their schedule and enjoy time freedom without all the guilt.
Oh my gosh, you said it so much better. Yeah, I love it. It really feels like it encapsulates everything that I do with and what they want, actually, too. So
Really, like now this is meant to be like to help people really get what you do and how they're going to benefit from it. But it also can be the beginning of a very fruitful conversation.
totally.
Right? People are
Yeah.
going to be like, you do what? The what? Tell me more.
How do you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's meant to kind of really invite people into a deeper connection.
I love it. I love it.
Good.
Good. You're so fast at this. This is what blows my mind every time. I'm like, you can do this in like 10 minutes.
Well, I do it all day, every
Very
day, 20 years. So
Yeah.
been at it a
Amazing.
while, but yeah, I think it's so much fun because it's so empowering. And then this is really the foundation. Anytime you're doing other writing about this work, you can go back to this. Yeah.
So I'm even thinking about like, okay, so now I'm definitely going to go update copy on my website, but even like you were mentioning some of the things that we could do with this, like a signature in an email. So a signature in an email might be something like what, like, to getting 40 hours of work done in 10 and a 10-hour work week, or like,
Yeah. So that's the other thing about this. So in like a signature, I'm so glad you brought this up because now we'll write your signature. So you could have this whole thing in a signature, no problem. It's probably a little bit long, which is why I think you can have like this is the full length one, and then we can have a condensed one.
okay,
So the condensed one would be I help overwhelmed entrepreneurs. No, we absolutely have to start with the problem. So many online entrepreneurs feel overwhelmed because there's so much to do in too little time. Really identifying the problem is so important. So we don't want to necessarily condense that. But we could say, again, I love the middle part about what you do. It's like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater or something like that. I think with the success, that's where we can trim it down. So they can take control of their schedule and enjoy time freedom. It's still shorten it that much.
Yeah, right.
You could say many online entrepreneurs feel overwhelmed because there's so much to do, period.
Yep.
I help them get 40 hours of work done in a 10-hour work week so they can take control of their schedule. I want to go back to this. There was a bit about confidence. Um, they can take back control of their I think really hearing the shorter version, we can hone in on enjoy more time freedom, or even just like so they can have more fun, or they can,
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
So it'll be like, I help them get we still have that. I help them get the 40 hours of work done in a 10-hour work week so they can enjoy more time freedom.
yeah. So
Okay.
they can enjoy more time freedom. So it's a little bit shorter. I'm going to read it to you. Many online entrepreneurs feel overwhelmed because there's so much to do. I help them get 40 hours of work done in a 10-hour work week so they can enjoy more time freedom and have more fun.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So I think that that short one, you can I would recommend you put these on a Google Doc, print them out, and just put them on the wall and just like kind of periodically say them, read them, see if anything feels clunky or wordy.
Okay.
Um, and if it feels good, then start to memorize it.
Okay.
You really want this to be something that you like. The short version might be even easier for you to really remember, so you can start there.
Yeah.
Um, Memorize that one, and then it'll start becoming just effortless when you tell
Yeah.
people about what you do.
I love it. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. You are
So, so fun.
so much fun.